Hey, what's up guys? It's Danny. It's Tuesday, another day in week 8 here. Today's one of my active recovery days. So, been reading and studying, of course, in my, personal training book. One of the things I actually gotta start working on that I'm reading is actually using my recovery days to only recover. The reason being so is because active recovery is important, so is regeneration during a weekly training period. You generally will have, a few heavy days during the week where you want to go heavy, but you also want to mix it up and have some easy days, some rest days where you're just, recovering, sticking to light workouts that are in your program and not doing any more. Generally, athletes even tend to overtrain and they, go into their period, sometimes overtraining from high school into their college careers, which can actually lead to, injuries and things like that of overtraining. So it's important to give your body, those rest periods during your weekly training routines. Otherwise, it can definitely hurt you in the long run in terms of your fitness journey. Another thing I wanted to mention as well too is, there are different exercises, that you can do for your mind, like yoga, Pilates and things like that focus on breathing, and movements and control and, just thinking of those movements as well too. It's pretty good if you haven't ever done those or looked into those as well too. Now, one last thing I wanted to talk about here as well too is, things to have actually in a gym bag. If you don't have one, I'd recommend one. You can get one from Ross, pretty much anywhere. Here's an example of one, my woman's. But basically, I tend to have actually in my gym bag, my ankle weights, carry a few water bottles in there daily. I will keep, a little container for my protein, my bar in there. I do have my resistant bands. I have like ones for legs and, the ones that I can hook up to the wall or do, hip ladders with that you've seen me do. So, the ones I can set up for home, I carry those with me in my gym bag everywhere I go. You kind of want to have that stuff ready just in case, it's easy to carry, bring it with you in your car. Every day to work, you could bring, clothes. That's the main goal, is to make your fitness journey easier. If you can bring this stuff, plan it out, it's going to help you guys lose the weight you're trying to lose. But you got to start thinking outside the box to get yourself in the gym or get yourself exercising consistently, getting out of that sedentary lifestyle. We all tend to fall out of exercising or, just tend not to care really, and it gets too late, at a certain point in your life, so you can start changing these goals easily. You just got to have, the dedication, and you got to think about times, and you got to put forth the effort. So pick up at the gym and we'll see what I can get done here today. Let's go. First ab activity, dumbbell toe tap crunches here. Did 30 seconds and then I had to go into the other exercise right after without any rest. Make sure you're going all the way back. Sometimes I forgot to do that. Haven't used these in a while. Next activities I did were 30 seconds of each side of side plank Statue of Liberty. So you hold the dumbbell and you kind of use your hips and obliques to kind of touch the mat and go back up using your abs. It's tough. I actually can do a lot more than this, holding it up. But it was a light day, so I didn't want to do too much, because we're practicing recovery, only doing the allotted amount of workouts and not pushing more on recovery days. Same thing, this was just the other side, side plank Statue of Liberty. 30 seconds, making sure I'm not cheating the abs or muscles I'm supposed to use here for this activity. Then right after this, it's going to get challenging, with some activities I actually haven't done with a dumbbell before. So, but it's always good to mix it up, guys. Bell recliner presses. This was definitely tough. I haven't done these before. It's gassing me. You want to try to keep your legs straight out and recline back and press that out. Right after 30 seconds of rest, I went into dumbbell thread the needle. And that's basically it. You're kind of like threading a needle. This was tough. I've never actually done these before. These were killer. I had to do 30 seconds this side and then immediately 30 seconds with the other side with no rest. Alright, so this is where I begin the other side for 30 seconds for dumbbell thread the needle. This one was tough. I was getting gassed out on this one, making sure to use my abs and all the right muscles here in this ab activity. It was tough. Had to dig deep. And then right after this is another activity as well too. It's going to be 90-90 crunches with the dumbbell, which is tough, but I've kind of done them before, so I kind of know the movements. So this is where it ends, and then I'm going to go right into my dumbbell 90-90 crunches. You kind of place the weight there. You use your lower abs to, keep it at 90 degrees, and then you do crunches. Had to do this for 30 seconds. Right after all of that, again, killer, keeping my heart rate up, making me sweat, killing my abs. Shout out to my woman for getting these angles. But yeah, it's definitely tough. It's digging deep to try to get these last ones in here. Keeping it consistent. Trying to get as much reps in this 30 seconds that I can. And then right after this, I had to go into one of the last activities, which is very tough. Dumbbell Russian presses. Got to keep your legs out, press it up, hit the other side, press it up, keep your legs lifted a little bit off the ground. So I was getting the movements there, you can see, and it was definitely tough doing this for 60 seconds. I actually had to stop because, it was tough. It was hell. You can see me, I had to dig deep. It was like, Yeah, but I managed to get the 60 seconds, and then I cut it. You can tell here I'm getting gassed. Doing a couple more, squeezing it out. And here we go. Now I'm failed. Done. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed Tuesday, my active recovery day. I kept, just to those simple workouts, not trying to overdo it because it is a recovery day. My body needs rest and to keep it light, but I can still do a little bit of cardio to stay in shape as well too. Now I also wanted to talk to you guys about, kind of like if you've never really, or you just kind of, been out of the gym for a while, you don't know kind of what exercises to do and things like that. Basically, you're gonna want to think of your actual goals. What you want to do at the gym, why you want to lose weight, what it's gonna, be for, or why you want to get back into shape, whatever that case may be. Like if you're gonna run a marathon, or if you're just trying to lose weight overall for your health, to live a healthier lifestyle or feel better about yourself, you got to kind of determine what your overall goal is for your fitness goal. Once you know that, it's going to be easier to kind of develop exercises around your specific goal. So like if you're trying to, actually get up to a point where you can run a 5K marathon, there's going to be specific things you got to do to train your endurance, muscle ability as well too. But yeah, there's certain things you just got to kind of actually think about when you're about to, sign up for a program, and kind of think as well too. Because sometimes it's not as simple as just, losing weight. You got to think about why you want to lose weight, so that way, us trainers and, people who are trying to help you guys can kind of make programs based on your specific goals. So you got to kind of think about that, what your overall goal is for fitness is, so that way you can design a program around it. And here's kind of like a tip. If you kind of want to just increase like muscular strength, within a few weeks, what you can do is basically like go to maybe a bicep machine if you want to get, stronger biceps. Basically, do a weight that you can fail at. So you want to try to get, 12 reps if you can. If you can do the full 12, that means it's too light. So then go up to the next weight. If you get 10, that means you gotta work there, you know, until you can reach 12 reps. So you would work your arms that day, try to get 12, rest, do something else on your recovery day, and then, you know, work that muscle sometime later during the week again to see if you can get back up to 12. You know, you want to increase it by 5%, they say. That could be about like 5 to 10 pounds, just depending. So it's usually about 5 pounds, so it's recommended. So, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of a tip you can do, you know, to start trying to increase your muscular strength. You know, make sure you can reach the full 12 reps if you can. That means you know, that weight's not going to overload your muscles. So you got to move it up to overload your muscle to build that strength so your muscle can recover and adapt to those new changes. So that's just a tip. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow on Wednesday. Let's get it.